First on 10 News, a sheriff's deputy arrested for stalking and harassing an innocent woman. We've got the report detailing how the arrest went down in front of the courthouse.
New at 6 o'clock, a Camp Pendleton Marine vanishes, his body turning up in a sugarcane field. His fellow Marines taking matters into their own hands so the truth comes out in this murder mystery.
Tracking rain and timing a cold storm. I'll pinpoint how cold it'll be this weekend.
But we begin with new information in a fraternity hazing death.
A local man arrested in connection, and Brian Schlonsky has more from the Live Center. Brian?
Yeah, a local man arrested and 17 other students and a former Penn State fraternity all facing charges in this. Here's the victim you see right here. This is Timothy Piazza. He died after falling down the stairs of the frat house there at Penn State during a pledge ceremony. He was a sophomore, just 19 years old. Today, the DA released a long timeline of what happened that night. Basically, all night, this student needed hospital help, but fraternity brothers didn't take him for a long time. The grand jury concluding that once he was finally taken to the hospital, the fraternity brothers tried to conceal evidence of the hazing, of underage drinking, deleting messages, erasing surveillance video even. So you mentioned the local connection to this. 19-year-old Luke Visser is from Encinitas, California. He admitted to running a beer pong station during the pledge night activities where 14 pledges were required to drink. Visser said later in that report that he was also identified as likely the first person to have noticed that Piazza fell down the stairs leading into the frat basement party room. So he and 17 other former students there at Penn State facing charges in all this. Guys, back to you.
A sad case altogether. Thank you, Brian. And breaking news, 10 News reporter Laura Aceveda is live at a SWAT standoff in Imperial Beach.
So, Laura, what's the latest update now?
Yeah, Steve, this is as close as we can get. You can see the crime scene tape, and the latest is that they are actually taking a female suspect out at this moment. Now, Chula Vista Police tells me that this actually happened in their jurisdiction. There was a robbery at about 1 o'clock at a perfume shop, and the suspects ended up here. There was two, a male and a female, and that's why there is this police tape up, because they were trying to apprehend these suspects. They did get one of the guys, and now they just took out one of the females. And there are people out here that are trying to figure out what was happening, and they told us that it was a scary situation to find out all these police here in their neighborhood.
It's very scary. I mean, my parents have like a shed in the backyard, and my brother's friend actually went in just to make sure nobody was in there. It was scary because you can hop fences really easy.
So again, neighbors scared because they didn't know who was in their neighborhood, but the good news is that both suspects, a male and a female, are in custody, and you can see that is what is happening right now. The activity that is happening, they are actually putting someone into the car right now, so this should be wrapping up shortly. For right now, reporting live from Imperial Beach, Laura Acevedo, 10 News.
10 News exclusive now, a sheriff's deputy accused of threatening a woman's life here in San Diego County.
Our 10 News reporter Jennifer De La Cruz is live at the Vista Courthouse where the arrest just went down.
And Jennifer, you found out the alleged harassment had been going on for months.
Well, according to these court documents that we pulled today, Deputy Elias Ventura was stalking her for more than 3 months. It was right here at the Vista Courthouse where he was arrested by Carlsbad police while he was off duty. A deputy sworn in to protect and serve, accused of stalking a woman in San Diego County. 32-year-old Elias Ventura with the San Diego Sheriff's Department arrested on April 19th. Police say he stalked his victim in Carlsbad. Court documents show from December 26, 2016 through March 31, 2017, Ventura would repeatedly follow and harass the victim. They go on to say he would make a credible threat with the intent to place that person in reasonable fear for her safety and the safety of her immediate family. Ventura was booked into jail on 1 count of stalking. Bail was set at $100,000. He has since bonded out. He also provided a DNA sample for testing. A restraining order has been filed, keeping him from making any contact with his victim for 3 years. He was also forced to surrender his gun. The San Diego Sheriff's Department tells 10 News Ventura was placed on administrative duty and an internal investigation is ongoing. Ventura pleaded not guilty to 1 count of stalking. He's due back in court on May 30th. Reporting live in Vista, Jennifer Dela Cruz, 10 News.
A viewer told us about this story. If there is something in your community that you want us to look into, just tell us about it. Send us an email to tips@10news.com.
We have another developing story. Bitten by a shark off the coast at San Onofre, a Vista woman is doing remarkably well, according to surgeons at Scripps La Jolla, where she's now recovering. Our 10 News reporter Steve Fiorina joins us live. And Steve, lots of people being credited with help saving this woman's life.
People in the water and on the shore saw the emergency and came running, grabbing a towel, put pressure on the wound, surfboard leash to apply a tourniquet, and that, along with a 911 call, were exactly the right things to do to help save the life of Leanne Erickson after that shark attack Saturday evening.
Putting pressure on the wound and putting a makeshift tourniquet and getting help right away. And keeping a cool head.
It was an emotional rescue and recovery. Paramedics, doctors, and nurses all feeling a kinship with Leanne, her family, and her boyfriend.
You know what? I believe we're all still decompressing. That's a spot where we all camp with our families. A lot of us surf there in that exact same spot. And you know, it's something we've been fortunate in that it's very rare for us to ever get any follow-up on any kind of patient care. And we've been lucky enough that we've been able to stay in touch with Dusty. And our thoughts and prayers are with Leanne and the family, and that's all that we're thinking about.
There is no guess as to exactly when she'll be released from the hospital. 2 surgeries down and certainly a few more to go. Live at South Mission Beach, Steve Fiorina, 10.
She's a strong lady. Thank you, Steve. And the driver who's responsible for a grandma and granddaughter's death will spend 10 years in prison. Their family came face to face with Grant Thorne in court today. He rear-ended a Honda Accord in Mira Mesa last September, disabling the car. Lena Nabrita and her 2-year-old granddaughter Kira died when another car slammed into their Honda. Kira's sister and mother survived the crash. They had a message for Thorne today.
May not be the murderer, but you are the reason why we're here.
Police think that Thorne was driving drunk, but they couldn't charge him for that because he left the scene and he was sober when they arrested him.
We have new developments now. The East Village security guard who stabbed the man in this Snapchat video will now not face charges. William McQueen was arrested originally for assault. He stabbed Talon Jordan last month because he didn't think Jordan was supposed to be at the apartment complex building that he was a security guard for. But after reviewing this case, prosecutors decided to drop those charges.
Happening now, the search is on for the shooter who pumped a car full of bullets. The driver was hit at least 3 times at the intersection of Troy and Sweetwater in Spring Valley. He was rushed to the hospital, no word on his condition. And police suspect that the woman who caused this crash killed a friend and was drunk while she was driving. She drove her Mazda right into the truck this morning. Her passenger died. Both drivers were taken to the hospital. Avocado Boulevard in El Cajon was shut down during this 7-hour investigation. That's not all of the shutdowns. Happening tonight, crews are now shutting down the 163. It's the major interchange in Mission Valley, that for safety improvements. It's the transition ramp from 163 North to the 8 East. It will close from 11 p.m. until 9 a.m. in the morning. There are detour signs posted in the area to help you get around that road work.
New developments: a $5,000 reward is now being offered for help finding whomever is torturing a North County family's dog. We broke this story last night on 10 News at 11. Now, those huskies were poisoned, then someone poured acid on them. And last week, their owner came home to find the house covered in the dog's blood. Both are alive, but they are seriously injured. San Diego animal advocates, that is, saw the story last night. They're now offering that reward.
A crime alert now. The search is on for the man who robbed a bank near the gas lamp. Police say he walked into the City National Bank on Broadway just before 2 o'clock this afternoon. He demanded cash and then ran off. He is described as a Hispanic male, about 5'9", 200 pounds. He was wearing a polo shirt and black shorts. Please call police if you know anything about this robbery.